of the year.
Kevin Murphy has indeed delivered. Now one of the great new talents in the Big Three.
Oh, beautiful move by Jared Jack. Hey, Jared Jack working on Fargo. Gonna get too strong. JJ.
That is dynamite. Again, players and coaches vote on this, and the winner of the Rookie of the Year in the Big Three, how about this? They finished in a tie. Who knew that Nancy Lieberman was prescient? Jared Jack and Kevin Murphy, both are Rookies of the Year.
Well, first of all, Kevin Murphy came in as a rookie and led his team in scoring because they deferred to him. Jared Jack, are you kidding me? You can't be a rookie. You're about to go coach Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns, but he's an amazing player and a great leader.
The great thing about this is we're going to see these guys in the championship game.
Well, I love it because two of the better players. Jared Jack, a veteran player in the league, but now averaging 27 in the last 4 games. Kevin Murphy, a guy that probably people didn't know about, but now understand how good he can play. That's the excitement for me. And calling Jared Jack a rookie still is a little bit odd. It's still a little bit odd.
Well, it's almost time. After the break, we will crown the Big Three MVP. Who takes home the hardware? That's next. Big Three, business in the Bahamas.
こんにちは、皆さん、東京へようこそ。This is called 横丁。
in the inaugural season. He was the MVP. 3 years ago, Nancy Lieberman had the MVP, and it was Corey Maggette. And then in 2019, just 2 years ago, Joe Johnson took the league by storm. They won the championship, and he was the league MVP. So now it's time to crown who is the Big 3 MVP.
Ducks around, pause, the switch and the finish.
Richardson.
Oh, whoa! From the baseline, Joe to the rim. Yes! Gets it. He got to a spot, kisses it off the glass, and wins the game.
So here are the finalists. Dante Green, leading scorer of the killer threes. Of course, Joe Johnson, the reigning MVP, leader of the triplets. Jason Richardson, the captain, leader of Tri-State, and Reggie Evans, Mr. Do-It-All, for the three-headed monsters who will be playing in the championship game. And the winner is Joe Johnson. He does the Drake. He's back-to-back. He's the reigning and the current MVP of the league.
You know what? But the ultimate sign of respect, the coaches and players vote on this. So Joe Johnson to be able to win it 2 years in a row says a lot about not only his game, but the respect level that the players and coaches have for him. Unfortunately, he didn't get into the championship game, but ISO Joe put on a show for the 4th year here at the Big 3.
He's the MVP once again, and he's with our John Salley.
All right, Joe, two-time, back-to-back, most valuable player. I know you want to be back-to-back champion.
You sound like you're surprised.
No, I'm happy for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so happy for you. I'm holding the trophy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, man. It's been fun, man. I love coming out every weekend, competing. This event has been great here in the Bahamas, and we're looking to finish strong.
That's right. You get a bonus, I heard, if you win and get 3.
What's the bonus? I ain't know nothing about no bonus.
See, that's I'm not going to say nothing about your coach, but I would have let you know it's an extra 100,000. I'm lying, but I would have let you know that. But congratulations.
I appreciate it, baby.
Okay, John. Boy, you guys are a mess. But I'll tell you this, Nancy. You know, this morning at 8 o'clock this morning, I'm doing this boot camp they have here at the Atlantis. I look over at the court they have out there. Joe Johnson is out there working out by himself on the court.
It's not a surprise. He challenged everybody in this league to get in shape, to play full-time, to bring their best and raise the level of play in the Big 3. Joe is the ultimate competitor. I have a lot of respect for him. The man walks around with a basketball in his arms. He loves the game.
So we've got the third-place game, Tri-State taking on the triplets. Hey, look, Tri-State won the last time these guys met in Week 8 of the regular season. What do you think?
I think that if Tri-State can lock down, not stop Joe, lock it down, they're a more balanced basketball team and they can win.
What do you think, Jim?
What? But in that first game, remember, they took the ball out of Joe's hand. They forced his teammates to have to knock down shots. And that's the key. If Lisa Leslie and their team want to win, which they do, the other guys are going to have to step up, because I'm sure Dr. J is going to employ the same kind of defense to double-team Joe right away and force the other teammates to beat him.
And real quickly, championship game.
Oh, the championship game. You know, I'm kind of biased a little bit. GP is my guy, you know what I mean? And it'd be good to see him kind of crack the nut to see if they can win it. Plus, old head Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf is a little bit older, man. I love that, too. But great game. Great game.
It's the third-place game, the championship game. It's coming up next, right here on CBS.
Colbert's back with Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. New Tuesday.
A garden hose is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, for $5 a month.
The NFL is back, and DraftKings' latest offer is a sure thing. So we got former automatic NFL kicker Martin Gramatica to break it down. Martin?
Bet just $1 on any NFL game, get $200 Automatica, no matter what.
That is Automatica, Martin Gramatica.
It's no stressy, Jesse.
Download the app, sign up with the promo code. Bet $1 to get $200 automatically, and make it rain with an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Dad?
I was the lead singer.
Packing tape is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month.
Thank you for watching KGWN TV.
What is this?
This is a virtual station manager. Just your card.
You're watching the Big 3 playoffs, and it's brought to you by Verizon. We are in the Bahamas, and it's the triplets taking on Tri-State. Here's a look at what we've got. The third place game, triplets who won it all 2 years ago, taking on Tri-State. And then it's the championship game as Trilogy takes on the three-headed monsters. Let's take a look at our lineups. They're brought to you by PNC Bank. And Nancy, let's talk about your overdraft protection matchups to watch.
For me, it's easy. It's Joe Johnson with the triplets, unstoppable, two-time MVP. And then for Tri-State, you got to go with the other veteran, the co-captain, Jason Richardson.
And let's take a look at the rules you need to know for the Big 3. They're brought to you by Verizon. Listen, first team to 50 wins. First team to 25, we get to the half. And listen, the 4-point shot always keeps you in the game. Crucial matchup here. Third place game. Because the winner, well, they get a financial bonus. The loser, they get nothing. As Tri-State takes on the triplets. Of course, the triplets won it all 2 years ago. These two teams met in week 8, and it was Tri-State who won it, and they won it handedly, Jim. 51-36, Dr. J's team. Well, he's the coach of the year this season.
You know, but they made the adjustments. They took the ball out of Joe's hands. They talked about it in the pregame, trying to force everybody else to have to beat him. Let's see if that same strategy will be in place. More importantly, if it is, the adjustment that Lisa Leslie, you understand this, Nancy, now has to make, knowing that they're going to get the ball out of Joe's hands.
Well, they run a lot of a horn set. So a lot of times when they pass the ball to Joe, the closest person to him becomes the guy who is going to double team.
Here's Jason Richardson, the drive, and we've got a foul. And already we've seen one kind of adjustment. Usually Sanders and Denman, they come off the bench, but they're starting here.
I think this is very smart for Dr. J. He uses them as a tandem, instant offense. You got to remember Nate Robinson is not here. He's going to have a short bench, Dr. J, and you got to have your best on the floor to start this game.
So Jason Richardson at the line, shooting 1 for 2, knocks it down, and Tri-State with the first 2 points of the game. Here's Gennaro Pargo. Triplets in the red. Pargo for 3. Denman, you can't leave him open. That's short. Richardson, the follow. Here's Joe. Front rim, that triple. And it will go to Tri-State.
Jimmy, that's the shot. You would give that to Joe Johnson every time. If he's going to take a square up, 3-point shot and not be moving your defense around, I would give that to him.
Yeah, you don't want him to be able to do like that, like Denman right here, that middle pick and roll. That's what Joe was tough. But also in this situation there, excellent pass. Because he can shoot the ball. They had to respect that, but he dropped it inside for an easy layup.
And a little bit of the adjustment is having Joe take the ball out and then bringing Pargo off that screen.
Yep. That 3 too strong by Gennaro Pargo. Denman now. Inside to Jay Rich. Working on Pargo.
That's good one-on-one defense that time.
3 on the shot clock. Knocked away by Pargo. Good D.
I mean, great defense. Richardson has the advantage, but Pargo, because he got a little bit lower in his defensive stance, didn't allow Richardson to kind of back him in, was able to slap it away, at the last minute.
Usually teams have been able to post up their guys against Pargo and make him a non-factor.
That's not a non-factor. Not at all. As Joe Johnson tries the baseline and gets his first two. 2-point lead for Tri-State. Off the screen, pulls a three. That's money.
So smart. He uses the screen from Larry Sanders. Then Larry flips the screen because Pargo plays so aggressively into your body.
Justin third. Tri-State scoring at 9 a game. Pargo now with the rock. Denman just pounding it. 2 on his shot clock. He's got to force it up.
That's just great defense that time by getting underneath Pargo. Now can he knock down the 4-point shot?
Oh, to grab all 4.
So you play great defense, and then you put yourself in a situation where you missed the 4-point shot before, but right now, in the middle of the court, able to knock in that one.
Well, wait a minute. Justin, you played for me in the G League, and you didn't play that hard defensively, and apparently I'm not over it after 11 years. I love that young man. He's a heck of a player. He did play for me in the G League.
What did he say to you right there?
He said that one was for you.
That's right.
He told me that before the game. I said, yeah, because I cooked dinner for him in my house in Dallas about a month ago.
Hold on, can we get dinner?
No, we
have history.
We were there. We were there.
We got history.
There's Lisa Leslie. She was the Big 3 Coach of the Year 2 years ago. And Tri-State's going to call a timeout. But they've got themselves a 7-point lead. The third place game. We're down to business here in the Bahamas.
It was the night before breakfast when suddenly Austin craved eggs and bacon and the toasted breakfast burritos he'd eat when he awakened. And the party was turning up, but Darren decided to wind down because sleep is a one-way ticket to toasted breakfast burrito town. So when Alex received that late-night text, she thought about breakfast and she ghosted her ex. Toasted breakfast burritos are here. Go to bed, sleep well. The sooner you sleep, the sooner you'll get one. Only at Taco Bell.
It's championship Saturday here on the Big 3. This is the third place game. Tri-State with a 7-point lead. Tomorrow at 4 Eastern. Don't miss a hardwood clash as the Atlanta Dream battles it out against the Dallas Wings. Catch the WNBA. It's on the CBS Sports Network. Here in the Bahamas. And it's a 7-point lead for Tri-State taking on the Triplets. Triplets won it all 2 years ago here in the Big 3.
Julius was telling me at practice the other day, this team reminds him of the old school ABA. It was like everybody was all in, one for all for one, and he likes the fact that they're sharing the basketball, there's ball movement, but he wants them to score off the assist, not ISO.
Tri-State going into the playoffs with the #1 seed. They were rolling. In fact, they're the first #1 seed in Big 3 history not to make the championship game.
Well, I think that just talks about how competitive this league has become. When you're the #1 seed like that, not able to get to the championship, that says a lot about the parity that's in the Big Three. And that's something that Ice Cube and Jeff Quantin's continue to preach in regards to how you draft, who you draft, and then putting the right team together.
Pargo, the triple. Short. Jay Rich tried to save it, but he was out of bounds.
Well, that's what's happened in the 3 years that I've been in the league. I give Jeff and Cube so much credit, along with Clyde Drexler. They have pushed the envelope to have better competition, younger legs, moving the age difference down, and it's forcing veterans to have to be ready to make a team.
There's Joe Johnson. Takes it straight to the cup.
Well, but that's the adjustment, because when Ice Cube, they started the league, they wanted it for former professional basketball players, NBA. But then the success of the league dictated something different, which is, like you said, Nancy, right there, Larry Sanders getting hit, was to open it up to European players, to younger players, because the strength of this league, like anything else, is going to be the players. So the better the players you have, the better they play, the better the product, the better the sponsors are, and overall, the better the league will be.
Well, you saw, with Power this year, Dusan Polet. I mean, he came back from the Olympics with the bronze medal, and he was difficult to guard, if anybody could guard him at all.
Sanders misses that free throw. Johnson the rebound. Down 5. He's going to pull 3. Air ball, and Jason Richardson puts it right up and in. And it is Tri-State with a 7-point lead. 13-6. That's our score. First team to 25, we get to the half. Triplets, Tri-State, battling for third place here on CBS.
We have the most diverse league in the world. We have Clyde Drexler, who's the first black commissioner, our chairman of the board, making sure we're doing right by the players. This league is moving forward in directions that they ain't gonna be able to keep up with us. We have Nancy Lieberman, 2018 champion. Lisa Leslie wins the championship her first year. So to have the Big Three where you see the best playing a game like this, what more could you ask for?
We did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by RootMetrics. And our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America, according to J.D. Power. #1 in reliability 16 times in a row. Most awarded for network quality 27 times in a row. Proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network.
Feeling lost. Help?
Do it, moves.
Put yourself out there.
Let's take a journey to a place where worry.
It's okay to be lost.
We just can't comprehend. Take a journey.
PNC Bank believes that if a pair of goggles can help your backhand get better, then your bank should help you budget even better. Virtual Wallet is so much more than a checking account. Its low cash mode feature gives you at least 24 hours of extra time to help you avoid an overdraft fee.
You see that?
Virtual Wallet with low cash mode from PNC Bank. One way we're making a difference.
Subway has so much new it didn't fit in their last ad. Like the new steak and cheese. They start with new freshly baked artisan Italian bread. And then they pile on new thicker cut tender marinated steak and top it off with melted cheese. Well, guess they need another ad. The Eat Fresh refresh at Subway. There's too much new to fit in one commercial.
I'm Jacob Emrani. Subway has so much new, it didn't fit in their last ad, so they bought time in mind. Their new artisan Italian bread is the best. Just ask my satisfied client.
Jacob got me the footlong I deserve.
Call Jacob.
Something new is happening at CBS. Go somewhere new. Learn something new. Meet someone new. Nate Burleson joins Gayle King and Tony DeCopel.
Welcome to CBS Mornings.
CBS Mornings, beginning Tuesday on CBS.
Hey, tomorrow 4 Eastern, we head to Florida for women's soccer, featuring a key matchup between two teams really separated by just a few points in the standings. It's the NWSL action between Orlando, Houston tomorrow, here on CBS. Third place game, 13-6 is our score. Fourth member of our team, John Spider Sally.
Hi, Kevin Murphy, 30-year-old rookie.
That sounds crazy, don't it?
It does. 30-year-old rookie, but you got the rookie of the year. You're sharing it, but it's the rookie of the year anyway.
Oh man, that's a blessing, man, to be in this league, the Big 3 league, to be honored and be recognized with this. That's a blessing, man. I'm honored.
Right. You're the leading scorer. You're in here for the championship. I know Gary Payton is looking at you to do great things.
Yes, he is. He already tells me every time he sees me, hey, get buckets. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Now, Jared Jack happens to be the other rookie of the year, and you're going against him again.
Yeah, man, I play Jack every summer, man. Me and Jack see each other all the time in Atlanta, play each other all the time. So we kind of know each other games, and we're going to go ahead and try to give y'all a good show today.
All right, well, you know, he's a coach in the NBA now. He might, have a word in there for you.
All right, man, I'm going to put a little bug in his ear, you know what I'm saying, to have him, hey, man, drop my name a couple times. Yeah.
Congratulations, brother.
Kevin Murphy, you'll see him in the championship game. Right now, third place game. Joe Johnson, ball fake, and scores.
Nancy, off air, you were talking about you love the matchup because Sanders guarding Joe Johnson, who got the better of that matchup on that possession.
Was the MVP against the Defensive Player of the Year, and we're going to have to watch this all night.
Pargo knocks down the three. A couple of college teammates, Pargo and Joe Johnson at Alabama. Here's Jay Rich. That's for three. All things heating up. First team to 25. We go to the half. 16-11 the score.
Go ahead. I think the most effective they're able to do a quick hitting play, pick and roll, force the defense to have to react. That's where you get an open jump shot.
And a lot of that is misdirection if you have a guard who can take it to the basket.
Pargo, fade away. 3-point lead for Tri-State. Back and forth we go. Rich for three. Yes! Jason Richardson.
That is his game. Just give him that one-on-one opportunity when he catches in rhythm and releases. It's beautiful.
And turnover by Joe. 6-point lead for Tri-State.
We're in the old school Converse, Dr. J's.
We got to get a shot of that. If you haven't seen these Converses that Joe has, you got to put it over TV.
Here's Justin Denman for three from the corner. No! Knocks it down and does the Steph Curry.
I'll tell you about Justin. He'll play anywhere. He'll play in the TBT. He'll play in the G League. He'll play in the NBA. He'll play in the Big 3. He, like Joe Johnson, is just a baller and lover of this game.
Denman's got 10 points now. First man in double figures. And Tri-State is now just 3 points away from taking this thing to the half.
That was good recognition by Joe, seeing the double team early, and Al just run to the front of the rim, the tip of the rim.
Well, think about this. Tri-State is up 22-15. Joe Johnson has been effective, but not as effective, but they haven't employed the quick defense where they double team him right away, which is different than what we saw in the game before when they were able to dominate that game by getting the ball. So the adjustment Dr. J has made is this, is that, yeah, you saw us do it one time. This time, we're not going to do it as of yet.
Denman to the rack. He's got 12 now. Tri-State just a point away from the half. Here's Pargo. Joe, no look to Al Jefferson. He blew the bunny. Jay Rich for three. Count it. And Tri-State takes this thing to the half. They're rolling up 12 over the triplet.
Well, that's a 5-point turnaround because Al Jefferson should have had the layup. He missed it, and then able to move the ball really quickly. Tri-State knocking down a three.
That's your score at the half. Tri-State 27, triplet 15. We'll return to the Bahamas right after these messages and a word from your local station.
It was the night before breakfast when suddenly Austin craved eggs and bacon and the toasted breakfast burritos he'd eat when he awakened. And the party was turning up, but Darren decided to wind down because sleep is a one-way ticket to toasted breakfast burrito town. So when Alex received that late-night text, She thought about breakfast, and she ghosted her ex. Toasted breakfast burritos are here. Go to bed, sleep well. The sooner you sleep, the sooner you'll get one. Only at Taco Bell.
New Big Brother, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 8, 7 Central.
Tony here from CreditRepair.com. Repairing your credit could be complicated, so we're hitting the streets to see what people really think. Let's go. What's a good credit score? Go.
600.
Maybe if you're trying to pay thousands extra in interest rates. Can your credit score impact your job?
Oh, I know something. No.
Oh, no. Will paying your bills fix your credit?
Yes.
So confident. I love it. But no. So how do you fix your credit? Not sure? Then call CreditRepair.com to see what's hurting your score and how you can work to repair it. All right, last question. Is credit repair expensive?
Isn't having bad credit expensive?
My man. Cut the confusion. Get started with a free credit report evaluation from CreditRepair.com or give us a call to answer whatever questions you have.
Call 1-800-737-4164.
The NFL is back, and DraftKings' latest offer is a sure thing. So we got former automatic NFL kicker Martin Gramatica to break it down. Martin?
Bet just $1 on any NFL game, get 200 Automatica, no matter what.
That is Automatica, Martin Gramatica.
It's no stressy, Jesse.
Download the app, sign up with the promo code. Bet $1 to get 200 automatically, and make it rain with an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Clear Brothers Furniture in Cheyenne has quality name brand furniture that is built to last. Brands like Lazy Boy, Serta Mattresses, England, Best Home Furnishings, and handcrafted wood products built by the Amish. Clear Brothers in Cheyenne has been locally owned and operated and proudly serving Wyoming since 1990. And everything on our showroom is made right here in the USA. So if you're in the market for quality American-made furniture, come to Clear Brothers Furniture, 2717 East Lincoln Way in Cheyenne.
Thank you for watching KGWN TV.
The Big Three on CBS Sports is sponsored by Verizon. 5G built right.
You're watching the Big Three Championship. It is presented by Verizon. 15-27, that's our score here at the half of the third place game. Hey, get your official Big Three merch. All you got to do is go to store.big3.com for league, team apparel. You get jerseys, you get hats, you get jackets, you get it all at the store.big3.com. Hey, the triplets, they've got some work to do. And their head coach, Lisa Leslie, she's mic'd up for sound.
Yeah, good team. Nice, Pargo. Money. You at the free throw line on that. That's all right. Hey, Pargo. Pargo split on that offense. Ow. See it on that curl. Just a little bit, step up just a little bit more. Get his hands off of him. There you go.
Brian Custer along with Jim Jackson, Nancy Lieberman. Hey, you heard Lisa Leslie. They've got to corral Jason Richardson, who's got 13 points, and Justin Denton, who's got 12. I mean, they got to find an answer there, Nance.
Well, they've got 25 of the 27 points, and right now they're not finding them. And I was surprised in the first half that Lisa did not use Allen Anderson and Jamario Moon. Those are guys who started throughout the whole season.
Yeah, and you know what, though? It's going to be an adjustment. I see that Jamario Moon is now in the game, and so is Allen Anderson. But go back to the defensive side of the ball. It's Denton right here. The ability for him to knock down shots. You know him, you coach him. He loves to play the game. And in that first half, he was very effective, not just from an offensive perspective, but I thought he played some really good defense as well.
Well, listen, he was a finalist for 4th Man of the Year, and he is balling. He's with our John Sally.
Okay, so here we are. You're doing a great job. What's this next 25 minutes, 25 points?
25 gonna be just like the first half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I always go by that motto, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna go out here and throw the first punch and hope they don't wake up. If they wake up, they're a different story.
Wow, that is a boxing analogy. I like that.
Yeah, you know, I try to do my thing. You know, shout out to my mama. She always get on me because I don't give her a shout out.
We doing shout out? Shout out to mama.
Yeah, shout out to mama. But man, you look at fly.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you guys. Go win.
How about John Sally, his math? They only need 23. They got 27 points.
Georgia Tech. Okay, it's an engineering school. You're supposed to know that. Okay, this is one of the top engineering schools in the country. I'm just saying.
First team to 50 wins at Tri-State. 27-15. Here's Jay Rich. Giving them something. He's now got 15 points.
I think it's tough. You're asking two guys who have not been able to warm up for at least 30, 35 minutes to come out and start playing like it's they've been already on the floor.
How about that dish by Joe Johnson? The moon, he misses the early one. And you saw Joe, his head kind of dropped after that one. That's the second time that's happened. Clark for three, misses everything. Here's Allen Anderson from the corner.
Watch Richardson. He looks like he's hurt. I don't know if it's a groin or what.
Is he limping a little bit?
He was.
Okay.
Good dish. And Anderson lays it in.
Well, but with the triplets, what you get with this lineup, especially with Allen Anderson, is like Pargo, a weak side shooter, guy that can put it on deck. Moon not shooting the ball extremely well, but he still can stretch the defense. So let's keep our eye to see if they can, this set right here can get them back in the game.
Denman spins, shoots the three. Joe Johnson with the behind-the-back pass. He's trying to say it went off a Tri-State.
Yeah, I don't think he touched it. He went to touch it, but I don't know if he did.
Dr. J wants to challenge that. He wants to challenge that possession.
You see Jay Rich, you mentioned it, Nancy, that he is limping right now.
And this is a problem because even before the season started, Dr. J challenged Jason Richardson and said, I need you to be in that MVP conversation, and he was for most of the year. But when you're down a man, it is hard in this league when you don't have five guys.
Yeah. Especially Nate Robinson's injured as well, so he's not here.
That's right. And I know, with our team power, we were injured most of the season, and you got to have subs.
So let's see as he challenges this possession. Here's the pass. No. Jay Rich says it didn't go off of me. Let's get another look. And watch the behind-the-back pass here by Joe.
I don't think he touched it.
And it's successful. So it will be a Tri-State basketball.
Well, and it looks like Jason Richardson is taking off his sock right now, so it's an ankle injury. Look like he may be getting it taped up.
Earl Clark has checked in for Jay Rich. Inside to Sanders. Working on Moon with 5. He'll jump off.
Yeah, good patience that time by Larry Sanders, knowing that he had the advantage height-wise over Jamar. Instead of going quickly, Nancy kind of crab dribbled back into the lane to get that two.
Allen Anderson, and they're going to call a block on Justin Denton.
Yeah, right here, Justin will try to pick this up, and he's usually pretty good at angles. This is the play before where Larry, he sees that the double team is not coming to what Jimmy was just talking about, and he goes, you know what? This is where I live, right around the front of the rim.
Yep. Keep in mind, these two teams met in week 8 of the regular season, and Tri-State won that game 51-36. That 36 points, that was the lowest point total in team history for the triplets. And right now, they're looking like they're on that same run here.
But, you know, I think that we knew how good Tri-State was. But that game, I think, opened the eyes to really how good and dominant this team is. You see Denton right there with the drive. Nancy, to me, that said something in that game. Not only 36 points that they held Tri-State to, but, I mean, triplets too, but also the defense on Joe Johnson.
kind of gave him a blueprint of how you want to guard him.
Well, you want to be physical with him, but you also want to run people at... See, Justin takes straight line drives, and once he gets in front of you, he sees the defense, so he can go left hand, he can finish right hand. He is so good at using his body.
They go in the post to Joe Johnson, working on Sanders. Joe backs him down, but a reach in by Sanders.
And you know, Larry doesn't have to reach on that.
Nope.
I mean, if he just plays straight up defense, he has some size, force Joe to have to shoot over the top of him.
Well, one of the problems in the second half is that Tri-State is going to put the triplets in the bonus, and then they're going to get the ball back, and they're going to keep attacking the rim.
Joe fades, knocks it down. 21-33 now. Again, first team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2 as Joe and Larry Sanders get tangled up.
Joe Johnson in the post. Now, if you're Larry, you just pat him on the butt on that last play. That's what you want him to do. You want him to shoot over an outstretched arm. Yes. You don't want him to get in the paint. And Joe is capable of making that shot, but that's the kind of defense you do want to play. Now, Joe and Larry right now.
And they're going to try to break it up because there's a tussle for positioning there in that box.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't even think it's about, getting the ball into Larry Sanders. I think Joe was trying to show his team right here that we're down. We need to play hard. This thing is serious. And this is just gamesmanship right here as much for the triplets as it is anybody else.
Well, that's your best player sending a statement, not verbally, but physically. He's showing his team that they got to get back into it.
Here's Denman. He's already hit a 4. And they're going to call that one on Larry Sanders over the back on Joe Johnson.
Tri-State has to stick with what gave them the lead early. I understand that, Richardson is on the sideline, but you got to stop these. You got to stop these fouls. Maybe this is where Dr. J calls a timeout, regroups his guys.
They just called it technical on Larry Sanders. Ooh, Joe missed that free throw. That hurts.
But you give them another possession. A team that led the league in scoring, you're giving them another possession.
Here's Margot. To Joe from the corner. Misses that 3. Denman the board. They go to Earl Clark. Clark spins, hangs, rolls off.
That great defense that time by Allen Anderson. Staying right in front of a taller Clark forced him to take a tough shot. Not able to make it inside.
5 fouls, 6. Not only do you put them on the line, then you get the basketball back, and it becomes...
Jason Richardson has checked back in. Larry Sanders checks out, and he is not happy.
Well, they have to think about this. If Larry Sanders has 3 fouls this half, he's going to have to sit. They don't have any subs.
Anderson for 4.
You said this at the top of the game. The 4-point shot, how it can get you. Not that you were taking all the time, but when the opportunity presents itself, you have a shooter like Anderson that can knock it in, is a potent weapon for you.
Here's Denman driving on Pargo. Can anyone stop Justin Denman?
Not one-on-one.
10-point lead for Tri-State. Now is Joe's time, the MVP. And it's a turnover.
See, the thing that Justin Denman does so well, he gets lower than the level of the defender. And then he gets into your body and he takes away your recovery angles, and it's going to the basket.
10-point lead for Tri-State over the triplets. They're playing for 3rd place. You're watching the Big 3 Championship. It's presented by Verizon here on CBS.
At PNC Bank, we believe in the power of the watch out. The make way coming through. Great, the storm alert.
Dad.
And the subtle but effective ding. That's why we created Low Cash Mode, the financial watch out that gives you the options and time needed to help you avoid overdraft fees. It's one way we're making a difference. Because we believe how you handle overdrafts should be in your control, not just your bank's. Low cash mode on Virtual Wallet from PNC Bank.
10-point lead for Tri-State over the Triplets in the third-place game. Hey, the critically acclaimed drama Billions. It returns all new episodes. It premieres tomorrow, September 5th, 9 p.m. only on Showtime. Lisa Leslie coaching up her triplet squad. They won it all 2 seasons ago. Trying to win this third-place game, but they're 10 points behind Tri-State, and Jason Richardson has got his ankle taped, and he is back in the game. He's got the rock right now. He'll pull from 4. It's short. Joe Johnson, the drive, and he throws it away. Richardson bangs it, and 1.
Double mistake that time by Joe. Second turnover, and Tri-State able to take advantage of it. Joe's not happy with not getting. Not happy, but that's taking advantage, Nancy, of opportunity.
It absolutely is. You know what I love about this game? Remember, make you take it when we were kids playing in the schoolyard? Oh, yeah. If somebody had an air ball, boom, you put it right back up and make them pay.
Jay Rich. 38-25 is the score. You're watching the Big 3 Championship is presented by Verizon. Jay Rich and Tri-State, they're rolling right now. Richardson with 17. They're 12 points away from victory.
Chasing your dream, it's like no other feeling. You have your ups and downs.
You don't know if it's going to succeed or fail.
Getting the right opportunity can make all the difference.
When it comes to finding your dream job, it can be tough to stand out from the competition.
Drive. Oh! Wow. My goodness.
You need an MVP right there with you, whether on the court.
Another Joe Johnson game winner.
Or off. That's where ZipRecruiter comes in. They go to work for you, pitching you to new employers and finding the right opportunities for you to apply. Even getting employers to reach out to you directly. Everyone's dream job looks a little different. Get ZipRecruiter to get you closer to yours.
The drive, the layup, yes!
Sign up for free on ZipRecruiter.com and put ZipRecruiter to work for you.
I spent months looking for a job. I got nowhere. This helped me deal with that frustration. Things changed when I tried ZipRecruiter because it works like a free personal recruiter. ZipRecruiter sent me great jobs. I applied with a click. Some companies even invited me to apply. I started a new job last week. This still helps.
Go to ZipRecruiter.com and put ZipRecruiter to work for you.
My ex is dating a Pisces. So I'm like, screw it. Let's talk manifesting. Let's talk chakras. Let's talk self-healing my way through the 12th house.
Set your intentions. Fills up.
Full moon bath ritual. Cleanse and find your magic.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
PNC Bank believes that if a pair of goggles can help your backhand get better, then your bank should help you budget even better. Virtual Wallet is so much more than a checking account. Its low cash mode feature gives you at least 24 hours of extra time to help you avoid an overdraft fee.
Do you see that?
Virtual Wallet with low cash mode from PNC Bank. One way we're making a difference.
It's a new NFL season, and the answers to all of our questions will be revealed September 12th on CBS.
When people see this lab, I want them to know we get it right.
Well, every week, the fans vote on the Player of the Week, brought to you by Microsoft, and it was Jared Jack who put up 33 points in the playoffs last week to knock off Tri-State, and he is with our John Sally right now.
Oh, man, we got Rookie of the Year, 33 points in the last game. Georgia Tech alumnus. You know, I'm so happy to get that to you.
Appreciate it. It was 35, Sal.
It was 35, but you really, you know, they kind of cheated you on the last point. I'm just saying, I counted it.
Nah, it's cool, man. Tremendous honor. I had a great time with this being my first year in the league. Super, super competitive, and just want to say thanks and appreciate everybody that voted for me.
Right. Well, I voted for you, so I'll hold it for you. I voted for you. You're a rookie. All right, back to you.
All right. And you'll see Jared Jack, of course, in the championship game against the three-headed monsters. Here's Alan Anderson. Scores that one over Earl Clark.
You know, the funny part about that interview, immediately Jared Jack knew how many points. As a ball player, you always know, like Devin Ryan, he knows that he can score, and players know that. You know,
not only that, they know how many they scored in high school, at Rucker Park.
Exactly. Yeah, so when the guy tells you why, I really don't know how many points I had. Whatever. Right. Whatever.
Detman's got 18, looking for 19 here. And knocks it down. And how about Tri-State now? They are just 9 points away from victory and claiming the third-place game.
Tell you what, this would be a different second half. Alan Anderson has come in. That's just 12 points. He has 12 points in the half.
What have you seen different, though, from the triplet? They were so dominant early last year, this year. But then in their last 3 or 4 games, it's something different. And that's doing it right there, Pete. I mean, what have you seen?
Look, we all studied film. We all looked at where Joe got the ball, if we send help, if we didn't. But I will tell you this, is Alan Anderson came back a totally different player this year. Right. He's in great shape. He's worked hard, and he's the real deal.
So is Tri-State. Now just 6 points away from victory. Alan Anderson will go to the line, shooting 1 for 2.
And it's interesting, the reconstruction of this Tri-State team over the last 3 years haven't performed well, had some talent, but it seemed to just come together. Unfortunately, they couldn't get into the championship game, but a much more competitive team all around for Tri-State and Dr. J.
Well, Dr. J, the coach of the year, he wants to bring the Taco Bell, bring the firewood.
I think this is a great play. The players said, hey, hit that, because Alan Anderson, make him make the shot. And I like Taco Bell also, by the way.
Here are the rules. Alan Anderson will go one-on-one against Earl Clark. He's got 10 seconds to try to score it. If Earl Clark can get a stop, Tri-State will get the rock. Anderson fades. Got it.
Huge. That is huge. Because Earl was all over him that time. Alan Anderson, a very, very accomplished scorer.
Well, all he did was create a space. He knew that he couldn't get by Clark, but he wanted to create enough space to get the shot up in there.
Getting the free.
Can the triplets get enough defensive stops, Nancy, to get themselves an opportunity to close this lead down? Tough shot that time by Alan Anderson.
Anderson's got 14 right now. Here's Jay Rich. Driving, lays it in.
Man, he still has jets.
That ankle looks pretty good right there, didn't it?
He's got jets and hops, and they're 4 points away from victory.
Well, you know, it's a Big Ten thing. You know what I'm saying? Something.
Did you just go Big Ten?
Big Ten thing. You know, Alan Anderson, Michigan State.
Yeah, but I'm surprised you threw out that team from up north, man. You know?
I got love. I got love for the team up north. I do. You know, except when we play them in football. That's it.
Here's Pargo for 4. It's short. So let's see if Justin Denman and Tri-State can knock down a 4 and win. Here's Jay Rich for 3. Too strong. Clark the board. Beautiful. To Jay Rich. And he lays it in and aggravated that ankle injury. Tri-State now just 2 points away from victory in the third place game.
We did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by RootMetrics. And our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America, according to J.D. Power. #1 in reliability 16 times in a row. Most awarded for network quality 27 times in a row. Proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network.
Just 2 points away from victory, and make sure you follow the Big Three. You can do it all across social media. Do it on Instagram. You can do it on Twitter, Facebook, Triller, and YouTube. There's Ice Cube sitting courtside.
He's one of the coolest guys I've ever been around in my life. That man is so iconic, and he is so humble and kind.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Golly.
Everything you said, I echo. There's Lisa Leslie, another icon in the game. This could be a game winner here. Tittman for the win. Fades, misses.
You know, off air, Nancy and I were talking, and Nancy's big on defense. I said, what's the biggest difference between the triplets early in the season and now? I said, defensively, they're not as tied in and locked in as they were earlier. Hence, their struggles to win games late in the season.
Yeah, it's just something that you just have to want to play defense.
Pargo for three. No good. Al Jefferson clears the offensive board. Pargo again. Still can't buy a bucket as the triplets. 3 of their 4 losses have come in the last 4 games.
Yeah. Well, for the triplets, if you're struggling scoring, you got to rely on your defense to have to back you up a little bit. And then, again, like Nancy said, the defensive intensity, attention to detail just hasn't been there in the last 3 or 4 games for the triplets.
Here's Joe working on Clark. Bodies him. Left it short, though, with the jump hook. Here's Larry Sanders. He's going to bring it out.
See, this is where you can't screw around when you're trying to win a championship. Just get the ball to the people that can make this happen for you.
Pargo from the corner. Still can't find it. Someone's got a lid on the bucket for the triplet. Here's Tittman. He hasn't been stopped. With 5 on the shot clock now. Drives for the win. Yes! Justin Tittman. And Tri-State claims 3rd place in the Big Three.
Our guy.
What?
You said get it to the players, right? The guys who want to get it done, right? That time, Denton right here didn't panic. Shot clock going down, and you said this before. He gets lower than his defender, and that time able to turn the corner.
Look at that. That's a straight line drive, and once he was able to get Pargo on his hip, he then initiated the physicality, and then he's got that mental clock.
And Coach Lieberman, you said you win these games by defense, and Tri-State holds the triplets to a team-low 31 points as Doc and Lisa Leslie embrace, and it's Tri-State. They claim 3rd place in the Big Three with a 50-31 victory.
A New Yorker. New York got the hit.
big3superdraft.com.
Well, the big game break is brought to you by Burger King. And here's a flashback of the 2017 championship game between Trilogy. '17 title game. It's the Big 3 championship. Trilogy, three-headed monsters. It's next here on CBS.
You know what sounds better than a sizzling single bacon king from Burger King? Mix or matching any of these great sandwiches. Buy one, get one for $1? Now featuring the single bacon king.
Feeling lost. Help?
Do it moves.
Put yourself out there.
Let's take a journey to a place where worry.
It's okay to be lost.
Just can't comprehend. Take a journey.
I mean, I was a New Yorker. New York got hit. You know, I just heard the call, and simple as that. And I just walked right into a recruiter station. I didn't think twice about it. I was in basic training like 3 weeks later.
Just right there and then, I left and I got into actual Marine Corps.
New Big Brother, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 8, 7 Central.
A garden hose is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, for $5 a month.
The NFL is back, and DraftKings' latest offer is a sure thing. So we got former automatic NFL kicker Martin Gramatica to break it down. Martin?
Bet just $1 on any NFL game, get $200 Automatica, no matter what.
That is Automatica, Martin Gramatica.
It's no stressy, Jesse.
Download the app, sign up with the promo code. Bet $1 to get $200 automatically, and make it rain with an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Dad?
I was the lead singer.
Packing tape is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month.
Thank you for watching KGWN TV.
The Big 3 started in 2017. In the inaugural championship, three-headed monsters faced off against an undefeated Trilogy squad.
Can the three-headed monsters do something that no one else was able to do?
The season ended with a Trilogy title. 4 years later, the three-headed monsters are back for revenge. Kevin Murphy, game winner! Will the Gloves team get payback? Or is Trilogy simply the best team in the Bahamas?
Jack for three! And Trilogy punches his ticket to the championship.
It's the Big 3 championship, and it's coming up next.
Welcome to the Bahamas and the Big 3 championship presented by Verizon. It's a rematch of the inaugural championship game as Trilogy takes on the three-headed monsters. Here's a look at how we got here. Trilogy, three-headed monsters. These two battled it out in 2017. They'll do it again. Hello, everyone. Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson, Nancy Lieberman. You know what? These two teams met for it all in 2017. They met in week 2 of the regular season. Trilogy won both of those games.
Yeah, Trilogy did. I mean, and this is a different squad in regards to the makeup. I mean, 2017, they dominated with power and strength. This one a little bit more finesse, but Jared Jack, Isaiah Briscoe, those two just get it done.
Nancy, listen, you know how to coach and win this thing. As a coach, how do you win the championship?
We have to win the championship with defense, and that's really the calling card for Gary Payton and the three-headed monsters. You know, every year, Reggie Lewis is such a, I said Reggie Lewis, Reggie Evans is such a dominant player defensively, a double-double, one of the best rebounders in the league. This is a really good team and a great rookie in Kevin Murphy.
Okay, so then if you're talking about Trilogy, you got to be talking about the Rookie of the Year, Jared Jack.
Again, it still doesn't sound right, rookie, Jared Jack. That doesn't go together. But what he's been able to do, kind of like what Joe Johnson did last year when he came into the league, kind of instant offense, a spark, a guy that can make multiple plays, score at all levels. So in his last 4 games, he's averaging about 27 points, 33 last week. How do you stop him? Well, it's tough to stop guys in this league one-on-one. Only thing you can really do, Nancy, is make them less effective.
Okay, so Nancy, for the three-headed monsters, if they're going to win it, how do they win the championship game?
Well, they're going to come with defense. They have tons of physicality. They're a great rebounding team. You saw what they did to Joe Johnson. They're going to swarm you, and you're going to have Jared Jack shoot under duress. You just can't give him wide open shots.
Offensively, you got to contain this man, Kevin Murphy.
Who can do that? I mean, he's had 29 points in the semifinals, and he's the co-rookie of the year. He's unbelievable.
Take a look at Murph, and he gets it done in a variety of ways.
But that's what makes a player so tough to guard. When you have multiple options and ways you can score, it's tough for the team that you're playing to take you out of the game. So it's going to be interesting, the defense, what is he on Kevin Murphy.
Let's take a look at our rosters. They're presented by PNC Bank. All right, Jim, let's talk about your PNC overdraft protection players to watch.
Well, of course, for Trilogy, you're going to say Jared Jack, but also Isaiah Briscoe. But I think it's huge that James White, the mainstay of this, Tri-State team, Trilogy team, I think he has to have a big game. And big game meaning some points, rebounds, and also defense.
Well, Trilogy, when they won it all, it was Rick Mahorn who was their head coach. Now they've got Steven Jackson as their head coach. He's with our John Sally.
I'm just hearing that Rick Mahorn used to be the head coach, but you're the head coach that got your team to the championship. Now, Rick did it. Rick went undefeated. That's never been done. Rick in the category is on. I'm just trying to be a champion as a coach. Now, you got the Rookie of the Year, which is funny to say about Jared Jack. Right. You got guys who are determined. You got literally the 4th man of the year with Briscoe, and they did it without you. But now we need 50 points before the other team gets it. Yeah, one game. We got to this point. We fought with or without me. We was able to win. We got to come together to get this last 50 points so we can become champions. One game. Okay, well, you know what it is to be a champion. You know what it is to be a champion. I know what it is. There's no better feeling in the world. I need one in the Big 3, so now's the time. Go sprinkle them good. Back to you guys.
Okay, Spider Sally, Steven Jackson, thank you. Let's take a look at the rules here of the Big 3. They are presented by Verizon. Listen, first team to 50, you win it. You got to win by 2. First team to 25, we go to the half. When you go to the free throw line, you're shooting 1 for 2. And I say it all the time, but it's true. The 4-point shot can keep you in the game. It is a difference maker. Here we go. The Big 3 Championship 2021 from the Bahamas. The three-headed monsters taking on Trilogy. And it's the three-headed monsters in yellow, and it's Kevin Murphy with the rock. Rashard Lewis, the follow, and it's good. The first 2 points of the game.
And Rashard Lewis is already on this court early this morning, getting some shots up. He wanted to be ready.
Here's the co-rookie of the year being guarded by the other rookie of the year, Murphy and Jack.
Boy, it's nice to start early right here. Rashad just feels that little pump fake. He gets his footing, and then he goes over the left shoulder with the nice little rolling hook.
That was on Reggie Evans. Here's Jared Jack. Gets the screen. Pulls up. Knocks down the jumper.
Again, a simple play. Pick and roll. So hard to guard, especially in the middle of the court, because you can't bring the help defense, and you don't have a weak side, in which Jared Jack was able to exploit, get to that free throw line, and pull up for a nice 15-foot jump shot.
Here's Reggie. Goes up. Shot blocked.
Hey, Reggie Evans has that look. You
What's
see
that
it
look?
in movies.
What's that
look
look?
at him. Watch his face. When he goes up, he gets fouls, and he's kind of laser looking at the rookie, Kevin Murphy, like, this is where I wanted the basketball rookie.
Give it to me right here.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting, too, about Reggie? Year one, it was defensive rebound. Which he does. That's what he made his career of. But then he came back that second year and added an offensive component to his game. And hence, in year 4, see a nice shot that time by Jared Jack. He was in the discussion for MVP. You wouldn't have thought about that in the first year of this league, because offensively, Reggie Evans didn't kind of hurt you that way.
Don't you hate when you get stereotyped? This is what you are. Yep. His game, he can pass, he can drive, he's a winner, and more importantly, he's a great father. 4 kids.
4 kids. Yep.
Amazing. And his daughter has 5 major offers right now for college. Amaya. Let's see her play in college.
That's right. Jared Jack, that 3. 1-point lead for Trilogy. He's got the rock right now. High screen. Here's Johnson. Jack up and under with the shot. Tipped out by Reggie Evans. He collects the rebound. Here's Murph with 10 on the shot clock. The drive. The left hand. High off the glass. No. Reggie Evans the follow. Yes.
You see the screen that Reggie Evans puts on players? It makes you not want to go over the screen that hard. It makes you check your insurance.
Yeah. Oh, James White with that shoulder down and goes up and lays it in.
Yeah, Kevin Murphy that time tried to entice the officials to call a charge right there, but I like the no call because it was contact by White inside, but no call. 2 inside.
1-point lead for Trilogy. First team to 25. We go to the half. Here's Reggie from the foul line. Too strong. Got his own board, though. Fakes it and drives and lays it in. Good move by Reggie.
Like a point guard. Did you see a little shimmy and he goes?
Yeah, James White kind of bailed him out, too, by trying to go for the steal. So that was an easy layup for Reggie Evans.
Reggie snags another board. Murphy for 3.
Transition. If you know your guy's going to get the majority of the defensive rebounds, just clear out and get outside of 3.
Here's Jared Jack now to Amir Johnson, who dunks it home. Reggie Evans calling for the travel, but no travel there. 2-point lead for the Monsters. It's the championship game. Here's Murph. He'll pull. Trilogy now with the rock. Jared Jack drives the baseline, reverses and lays it in.
Hey, Jimmy, doesn't he have kind of like an old man's game? He just kind of manipulates you, and then he still has that burst.
He does not. Overly athletic, but Jared Jack always, when he played in the NBA, figured out how to utilize his skill set. That time right there, Reggie Evans. Talking about a skill set down low. That's just power.
That's his crab, go.
Reggie Evans with the deuce. The Monsters with a 2-point lead. It's the championship game here on CBS.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
What up, fam? It's your homie Ice Cube. Here with the Big 3 and Monster Energy. You know we're gonna keep it real, raw, always built for the culture, baby. And it's basketball and Monster Energy coming together to change the game. Big 3 has a whole new energy, baby. Know it.
What's up, Doc? We asked fans from around the world to submit their best ideas for an original Space Jam: A New Legacy arcade game. Now, me and Lola can't wait for you to join us and LeBron on a mission to stop Algae Rhythm from corrupting all the electronics in the world and becoming even more powerful. Jam on your own with Space Jam: A New Legacy, the game.
Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
My ex is dating a Pisces. So I'm like, screw it. Let's talk manifesting. Let's talk chakras. Let's talk self-healing my way through the 12th house.
Set your intentions. Crystals up. Full moon bath ritual. Cleanse and find your magic.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
You right where I want you.
You up for a ride?
Saddle up.
Come on, bring it in. No, we're not hugging.
NCIS moves to Mondays, followed by the premiere of NCIS Hawaii. Monday, September 20th on CBS.
Hey, this game break is brought to you by Burger King. We flash back to 2017. Trilogy, three-headed monsters. You know, Rashard Lewis, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf were still for the Monsters. James White was still throwing up threes for Trilogy. And it was Trilogy who walked away with a 5-point victory and an undefeated season. Only team in the Big 3 to ever do it. And since that day, you can take a look and see what these teams have done. Rashard Lewis, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf still on the Monsters, and James White, the only member still from that Trilogy squad. Here's Amir Johnson now. Here's Flight White with the rock. Oh, good up and under move. Flips it off the board. Missed it, though. The drive by Murph. And he lays it in.
But that's the quickness right there. Murph that time cleared it. Knew he had an advantage. Made a quick decision, Nancy. Crossover. Able to get himself to inside when he needed to.
And this comes from the quick outlet pass. The rebound outlet.
And 10 points away from the half right now are the Monsters. Here's Rashard Lewis to Reggie Evans, and he lays it in.
When Reggie goes to the basket, he's a force of nature.
6-point lead. Inside to Amir Johnson, and he lays it in. Big boy basketball there.
Great pass.
Yeah, but then you got to switch again. I mean, that middle pick and roll allowed Amir Johnson to get himself in that big body inside on Murph.
Hey, don't you wonder what the conversations are going to be like in Phoenix this year with Jared Jack talking to Chris Paul and talking about what they need to do to win a championship? I mean, he's going to be a great assistant coach.
Yeah, and you know, for us too, which, you know, first year in the league, rookie of the year, but then will this be the last chance we get a chance to see him play because of that coaching position?
You know, I don't know. You know, a lot of these guys,
Gennaro
like
Pargo is an assistant with Indiana.
But that's what, yeah.
you know, so you, depending on who you're working for, that says, you know, we still want you to play. Bring us back what you know. And
well, Jared, he wants to. I mean, I talked to him yesterday. The first thing he said was that, you know, I want to continue to play. I love the game. So the success and the impact that he's had so far in this league, I would hate to see him not participate playing again next year.
Rashard Lewis turns that one over. The Monsters with a 6-point lead. Again, first team to 25. We go to the half. Inside, Amir Johnson. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Jarrett Jack. Lost it. Murphy picks it up, dishes to Lewis, and he's fouled. Late call. But Rashard Lewis will go to the line.
Wow, Reggie Evans got hit. He's usually the one inflicting pain on those screens, but Evans got laid out by Amir Johnson on that pick.
Oh, how about that? Steven Jackson wants to bring the Taco Bell, bring the fire. He didn't like that foul at all.
I actually think this is a great technical rule. One of the innovations that Ice Cube and Jeff Pundits has come up with. They've done this with the 4-point, four-point shot. Now bring the fire, shooting the foul shots, which will equate to if it's a 4, a 3, a 2. I love it.
Here's Rashard Lewis. He's got 10 seconds. Drives, uses that size and banks it home. 21-13 to score. The Monsters 4 points away from the half. It's the championship game here on CBS.
Feeling lost. Help?
Do it, moves.
Put yourself out there.
Let's take a journey to a place where worry
It's okay to be lost.
just can't comprehend. Take a journey.
Survivor is a monster. More fun, more dangerous, and more difficult to win. Game-changing twists you've never seen before. The new season of Survivor, it begins Wednesday, September 22nd, and it's right here on CBS. Just saw the Taco Bell bring the fire. Rashard Lewis going one-on-one with Jarrett Jack. I love that Susie made these. They look too small, man.
Hey, but you know what, though? Keep it simple. You got the size. Just get to your spot. 1 or 2 dribbles, shoot over the top. I mean, I want to back up to Nancy's point about the innovation of the Big 3. The 4-point shot. The free throw shooter, you make 1, get 2 points. Think about this. Back in the day, the ABA had the 3-point shot. They looked at it as a gimmick. It's not going to stick, but who adopted it? The NBA. The slam dunk contest was something that, ABA did, NBA adopted it. So, the innovation part of it, and think about this, in the NBA, they even talked about, can you get a 4-point shot? Oh! No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Jarrett Jack pulled up, kind of faded, and they say Reggie Evans stepped in his space as he came down on Reggie Evans' foot.
Well, you see the rule in the NBA in regards to allowing the offensive player the space to come down. If you put that foot underneath, even if you don't do it on purpose, you still got to give it. See right there?
Yeah, you just got to get away from that shooter. Put the hand up and...
How about this? Gary Payton hits the Taco Bell, bring the fire. He didn't like the call, so he wants Jarrett Jack to go one-on-one with Reggie Evans.
That is so Gary Payton. He don't care. He just wants to win, and everything is at his disposal. That is actually a smart play. He's going to be coaching college basketball at Lincoln University in his hometown of Oakland. His assistant coach, CJ, who's on the bench, will be with him there. And we're wishing him all the best as he schedules every top 25 team. Build that program. Get the guarantee.
That's right.
Here's Jarrett Jack. Knocked away by Reggie Evans. And the Monsters will get the rock. And look at Gary Payton. He loves that. The glove. Known for the defense. Look at that. Good slap.
But he trusts Reggie Evans that he can guard a smaller, maybe quicker Jared Jack, and Evans came through it.
Look at the up and under by Reggie Evans. You talked about the offense.
That's what I'm saying, is that Reggie has been able to evolve his game over the course of the last 3 years to be more offensively effective.
James White, the corner three, no. Here's Rashard Lewis. This bucket ascended to the half. Here's Murph pulling for three. Count it. We go to the half. The Monsters with a 13-point lead. And they're just 24 points away from their first championship.
These guys are locked in. They're defensive specialists, and they're playing Gary style right now.
Well, to bring Reggie Evans, okay, it was where was Rashard Lewis and Mahmoud Abdul leading the way, but a different cast of characters, a better team with a chance to win the championship. We'll see what happens second half.
It was the night before breakfast when suddenly Austin craved eggs and bacon. In the toasted breakfast burritos,
squad. They're like the Susan Lucci of the Big Three. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. But listen, they are basically just 24 points away from their first championship.
Wait, you watch daytime TV? You watch soaps? Who knew?
Hey, I used to.
Does Flavor Flav do that too?
No, but listen, this is, again, a different team. Even though Rashard Lewis and Mahmoud are here, they're not the focal points so much to speak. You know what I mean? Kevin Murphy, the addition of him in this lineup gives them a quicker, speedier offensive player, and hence they're going to play some defense like you talked about before because of Gary Payton.
And pretty much you're playing with 3 players, right? They're not using anybody else but the 3 that you've seen throughout the whole first half. You got Murph. He's reading what is being given to him, and what makes that playoff screen roll is that Reggie rolls so hard to the basket, you can't step up and really contest his shot.
First team to 50 wins it. Jack, shot blocked by Rashard Lewis. They asked Gary Payton, he wants a review. He wants to challenge that possession.
Yeah, you could just see the defense that, Jimmy, we've all been talking about this. All of a sudden, you're taking really tough shots, and I think that ball is going to end up with the 3-headed monsters if they look like it came off of his uniform.
How about that? The refs came together, and he said, I had a better angle. No need to challenge. That should be 3-headed monsters basketball.
Yeah, but also, Jimmy and I talked about Briscoe's on the court for the first time. He didn't play in the first half, and he's the 4th man of the year.
Rashard Lewis over Briscoe for 3.
That play was drawn up, too. That was a nice little downstream. Ball comes in bounds. Rashard Lewis took the ball out. Who's the most dangerous player? The guy taking the ball out of bounds.
Jared Jack right back at him.
They practiced that in practice the other day. Good call.
Rashard Lewis asking for it. He's got Jack on him. Back to Reggie. Spins. They're going to call a reach-in.
Yeah, this Big Three has had so much innovation, and one of the things even for the coaches, I know Verizon's the presenting sponsor here for the playoffs, but, with Microsoft and, like Lisa and myself using the digital technology for coaching throughout the year. I used a Lucio app, on my technology during the season. So you're seeing more coaching being used through technology now to help the players.
Reggie Evans knocks down the free throws. He's got 16. 31-15 to score. Here's Briscoe. Nice catch.
You give him that shot. You give him that shot because when he gets going downhill, he creates all types of defensive problems.
And Briscoe and Reggie Evans collide. They call the foul on Reggie Evans. See, sets the screen.
I didn't really see Reggie Evans do anything wrong. He just did his ground.
Briscoe the 3. No. Reg the rebound. He's got the rock now. Drives. And he'll go back to the line. So here's Reggie Evans, the game-high scorer right now with 16.
Just smart. I mean, KYG, know your game, know what you do well. Reggie won't settle. If he's open, he'll take the jump shots, but more times than not, man, he's going to put it on the deck and attack.
Oh, here's Briscoe. Amir Johnson shot blocked. No one can pick up the basketball. Rashard Lewis had it, lost it. Got bodies everywhere.
Yeah, was so slick. You just want him to pick it up, but once you start sweating on the basketball, it's just hard to grasp.
It goes to Trilogy.
We need another category, like best smile in a game. Goes to Reggie Evans. While he's just being a Terminator with you, he's got this smile.
Jack for three. And all of a sudden, Trilogy come knocking at the door here. The lead is just 11. Again, first team to 50 wins it. It is the Big 3 championship. Trilogy, three-headed monsters.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game. But sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's the new steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes the next level foot. Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm not...
Listen, make sure you download the exclusive Big 3 app in the App Store, Google Play Store for exclusive content. We got highlights, we got stats, merch. Download the Big 3 app and do it today. Today's monster moment of the game, it is fueled by Monster Energy.
Well, it's classic pick and roll, middle of the court, make it simple, make the play. Jared Jack is always a threat using that snake dribble, Nancy, to get to a spot. And when he's not scoring the ball, as you see, he's setting up his teammates for success.
How about Kevin Murphy?
Okay. I just looked at my clock, and that, I believe, took like 3 seconds. From the top. Straight line drive, no help defense. Wow.
Murph, Euro stepping to the rack. And it is the Monsters with a 13-point lead. And now just 17 points away from their first Big 3 championship.
They say, how do you stop a run? You score. That's exactly what the three-headed Monsters did, because Trilogy was playing well. And, they come off that three-pointer by Jared Jack. And now you're seeing momentum change.
Hey, next Saturday on 9/11, CBS remembers the heroes on a day we'll certainly never forget. Our afternoon begins at 2:30 Eastern. You got college football tribute followed by college football today. That's at 3 o'clock, leading to an armed forces matchup between Air Force and Navy. It's all next Saturday right here on CBS.
Well, we always talk about adjustments, right? First game in week 2, Trilogy wins this game between three-headed monsters 50-43. Right now, Trilogy is stuck on 20 points. To your point, Nancy, defense, you said it at the top. How is three-headed monsters going to complete this task of winning the championship from the defensive end?
Well, you have two primary scorers. You have Jack and Briscoe. Briscoe only has 2 points. And the guy that really needs to get involved, and he's sitting on the bench right now, is James White.
Yeah.
You got to have his floor-stretching three-point ability. But you just cannot have Amir Johnson not on the floor because of the physicality of Reggie Evans.
Here's Jack working on Reggie Evans. Shakes. Kicks into Briscoe. Thought about the three. Now pulls it. Got
What a luxury to have a guy like Reggie Evans who makes Jared Jack kick the ball out because he can't get by him or didn't get by him.
Here's Rashard Lewis working on Jack. Has it ripped.
Yeah, it was a foul right there. The officials didn't call it. Rashard Lewis not too happy about not getting that call.
Murphy. Up and under. Too strong. Briscoe looks at the shot clock, drive. And they're reaching by Rashard Lewis.
And that's where he shines. He's so good going downhill, getting to the rim. He can shoot right-handed, left-handed.
Reggie Evans, the high scorer, he's got 16. Murphy's got 10. Rashard Lewis with 7 for the Monsters. Here's Isaiah Briscoe, second leading scorer on Trilogy. Been averaging about 13 a game.
Trilogy 25,
now they've cut the lead to single digits. Reggie Evans working on Amir Johnson. Has it knocked away. Jared Jack picks it up. Jack, the drive, left hand, yes! That lead is now 6. 6 points.
Start getting a little tight.
Right. Here's Murph. Stolen by Amir Johnson. He lays it in.
Yo, listen, how quickly it can change. We talked about defense for three-headed monsters. Trilogy able to put back-to-back defensive possession together, hence now you're able to score the ball, cut to this lead, only down 4 right now for Trilogy.
Well, I love the fact that Briscoe now has 7 points. He didn't play in the first half, and he has to score. He has to be a factor. And they're doing it with active hands and great understanding defensively.
4-point lead for the Monsters, where this lead was blown as many as 14-13. And look at this. Murph has it stolen there by Amir Johnson, and he lays it in.
Defense, again, I mean, that'll give you an opportunity to get back in. Then a smart play by Johnson to kind of corral that ball and take it right back up. And you got reactions from their squad. And Steven Jackson, he said that's what, I can't say what he wanted to do. He really said on TV.
You can't say it when he's not on TV.
Well, you're right. So you saw, but, you know, the little adjustment. Let's see how Gary Payton makes the adjustments now to this run that Trilogy has made.
These are 2 really good coaches. Steven Jackson was an amazing player, and he has just kind of transferred that right to the first seat on the bench. You know, Gary has been doing this for a while now.
You can call that one on Briscoe.
Yeah, a little too much contact up top with Briscoe.
Rashard Lewis will inbound, up 4.
And it's going to get more physical.
Oh, yeah.
Until this thing is closed out either way.
Oh, how about a chicken wing by Murph?
Got it.
Briscoe.
You never did this, Jimmy.
Not at all.
I
Ever.
might have once or twice in my career. Did a little up and under, but
You did that little chicken wing.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
Jim never did that.
I never did that.
Jim used his shoulders. These broad shoulders of his. Reggie Evans. The board throws it away. Jared Jack makes it home.
And that's a tough play because Reggie hustles. And if you're going to throw that ball in, throw it back towards half court.
Yes.
Not in the middle of the court.
2-point lead now for the Monsters.
See, the ball pressure on Murphy right now by Briscoe has been the difference in this half.
Jared Jack can tie it or take the lead. Drive. No look dime to Amir Johnson.
Look at the hustle.
With 1 on the shot clock.
Took too long.
Short. Amir Johnson to follow.
And that whole offensive possession was Amir Johnson. Inside, keeping the ball alive, and then now being able to score inside.
Well, you know, offense is multiple options, actions, and defense is multiple efforts, and that's exactly what Amir gave them.
13-0 run by Trilogy to tie this thing up. Here's Briscoe now. To Jared Jack. The drive. To Johnson. He misses.
Oh, Oh, they need to take a look at that.
What did the official?
He said
He said double dribble.
Double dribble. They need to take a look at that. This game is too important right now for the officials not to review this.
Look at Steven Jackson. They're just saying, hey, look, Jared, they felt like Jared Jack got fouled. Reggie saying, how did I double dribble?
Well, if I'm either the coaches, this game is physical. I'm trying to get into the penalty. Because like we talked about before, Nancy, get into the penalty, make that shot, now you retain possession. And again, it's another form of strategy you want to have here in the Big Three, is to get yourself into the penalty situation. Because it's a physical game. And I think the officials are going to tighten it up right now and maybe call it a little bit closer than what we've seen thus far.
Well, listen, you know how much I love boxing. It's like the three-headed monsters came out with headshots, tried to take them out early, but all of a sudden Trilogy said, we're going to invest in the body. And they have just been delivering body blows here, and now we're all tied up.
You know what's really hard as a coach, and I give Steven Jackson credit. He took James White out of the game, and Briscoe has played every second of the second half, and that's why, because of his defense, you're seeing a different team.
Jared Jack in the lane gives Trilogy the lead. Their first lead up to 35-33. First team to 50 wins it.
Again, you want to make sure you're using your timeouts, because for three-headed monsters, they've only played 3 players. So these foul shots are going to mean something. Reggie, don't just walk up to the line, get your breath.
Free throws critical. Reggie misses that one. 2-point lead here for Trilogy. Again, first team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2. This is for the championship. Inside. Good dime. Amir Johnson.
It's so tough to guard the pick and roll in 3-on-3 basketball, because you don't have the weak side, that rotation part. So if Amir Johnson sets the screen the way he's supposed to, he's either going to have a roll and be open, or he's going to have a mismatch and be able to take advantage of it. And that time, the big body inside is able to get open, pick up the foul, and I get to the free throw line.
And it's always about, KYP, you talk about that, know your personnel. You have to be able to match up, and the Monsters can't do it right now.
Trilogy with a 4-point lead, thanks to Amir Johnson. You're watching the Big 3 Championship, presented by Verizon.
Hiring is challenging, especially...
Trilogy here in the Bahamas. And at the half, hey, Q blessed us with a performance.
I bought my ticket, by the way.
Now all I want to do is have fun with my loved ones, relatives, and my cousins. And I got about a dozen. When they cousins, with the son, the husbands. This is for the homies locked away. And the love for the ones who ain't got no date. When we get checkmate with Ice Cube to break. Soon as I get a word, we can rush to space. Some lights and play because life is great. It don't matter if you win, send your folks and straight. Still coming with that underground gangster hit. No matter how many homies say we ain't getting it.
Yeah, you can do it. That's what he told Trilogy and the Three-Headed Monsters as they play for the Big 3 championship. First team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2, and it's Trilogy. 4-point lead. And Rashard Lewis and Isaiah Briscoe get tangled up.
I'd run that play again.
Oh, yeah. By allowing, Rashard to set that screen, you're going to get a switch.
Yep. And you just straight roll right to the front of the rim.
Yep.
Now it's Reggie Evans and Amir Johnson. Reggie, the drive, block. Andy Travers.
Yeah, great defense that time by Amir Johnson. Straight up and down, Reggie wants to get to his right hand. And Amir using his size right here. Watch, just straight up in the air. Good defense.
Good defense, absolutely.
Here's Jarrett Jack now.
See, that was smart. Little bump switch by Reggie.
Tried to draw foul on Reggie Evans. Here's Murph. To Rashard Lewis. He'll pull it. Knocks it down. 2-point lead for Trilogy.
Sean's been doing that for years.
Long time.
Any on you?
A lot.
NBA champion.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah. Won it with the Miami Heat. Here's Briscoe. Step back. Missed it badly. Murph. The follow. Yes.
And smart play. Recognition again. Didn't hit the rim. Murph immediately took it right back up.
And we are tied again. First team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2.
Yeah, Brian, I was surprised when there was such a big lead because these two teams are just beautifully matched up with each other.
Jack, the kick out. Briscoe, no, didn't get it off. Shot clock violation.
I'm telling you, those little possessions like that, down late situation, you got to be able to take advantage of it when the game is in balance, going back and forth. You can't have a shot clock violation.
You're absolutely right. And this is a set play again.
Rashard Lewis. And now the captain trying to take him home. 2-point lead for the Monsters.
Boy, he is so good. He's got his family here. He's enjoyed working out, playing for a championship. It's something special to have the kids.
That's short. It's Sweet Lou with the rebound. Here's Murph. Looking into Lewis.
It is, I'm telling you, physical.
And these guys want it.
I mean, you can tell this in their body language, how they're playing to get. You said it, it's a simple play, it's a post-up. You just allow Rashard Lewis to use his size to shoot right over the top of his opponent.
Yeah, his size, his footwork, his balance, understanding the leverage game when you're that close to the rim.
Well, Steven Jackson didn't like the call. He wants to implement the Taco Bell. Bring the fire. So he wants Rashard Lewis to go one-on-one against Isaiah Briscoe. These two have been talking to each other all game long.
Makes sense, right?
Well, they're probably going, do you like the hard shell taco? Do you like the soft taco? What is it that you like?
Right, because I'm going to give it to you. Here we go. Sweet Lou's got 10 seconds. Briscoe bodies him. And comes up with the defensive stop.
Well, that time, that's where Briscoe had the advantage. He was able to get up underneath Rashard and not allow him to get by him.
The officials should not have allowed him to have his foot above the three-point line. They have to be below it. And that's why he got up underneath him.
Right. Jack explodes to the rim and lays it in. tied up at 39. Again, first team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2.
Interesting. Steven Jackson took Briscoe out and put James White back in the game, probably for defensive purposes. Let's see how long he stays with that combination of having Briscoe back on the bench.
Yeah, that is that's a gutsy move right there.
Yeah.
And Jarrett Jack uses his body, throws it into Rashard Lewis, gets the bucket. Tied up at 39.
This game is about skill and will. Who has the will to want to win this game?
Here's James White with 2 on the shot clock. Blocked by Rashard Lewis, and it's a shot clock violation.
It is so important that when somebody is taking a shot, whether it's blocked or it slips out of their hand, the weak side guy has got to go to the rim to be that protector if there's a turnover or an air ball.
They get it to Reggie Evans. Back to Rashard Lewis. Thought about the 3. He'll pull from 15. Evans tracks it down. A new shot clock. Here's Lou. To Murph. Drives. High off the glass. Throws off. Evans the follow. And lays it in.
Somebody's going to be tired and sore. They came in the weight room the day after they played the semifinals. They were all sore.
Yeah. But it'd be worth it once you get that championship trophy so you can deal with that fatigue and soreness.
Jack, step back 3. Amir Johnson had it, lost it. James White has it knocked away. Here's Jack. White shoots an air ball.
That's just such a tough thing. You haven't played in a while. You want to get a shot up. You're a professional shooter. This is the play before when Reggie just
cleans it up.
Yeah.
That's it. But you talked about going to the front of the rim. He does it better than anybody when the shot goes up.
On air.
To put himself in a position to get those offensive rebounds.
Steven Jackson calls a timeout. His Trilogy squad down 2. It's the Big 3 championship presented by Verizon here on CBS.
What up, fam? It's your homie Ice Cube. Here with the Big 3 and Monster Energy.
It's tonight on CBS. 2-point lead for the 3-headed Monsters. 41-39 is the score. First team to 50 wins it. Here's Jarrett Jack, mic'd up. Jarrett Jack, 20 points for Trilogy. He's their leading scorer. He's their captain. And right now, his squad down 2. First team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2. 3-headed Monsters with the ball in the lead. Here's Kevin Murphy. They're looking into Rashard Lewis. He has it, turns, squares, misses the jumper. Jack calling for the screen. turns the corner, takes the contact, and he'll go to the line.
Late whistle, but correct call. I thought the baseline official was going to pick up that, but it was the outside official that made the right call.
You know, the thing that Jared Jack does, which is so well, first of all, you have a mirror coming up the screen, and he goes, no, go away. I want you to come, James White, because now I can have that switch that I want. And that's just brilliant basketball.
Tied at 41. First team to 50 win, but you got to win by 2 here in the Big 3. This is for the championship. Jared Jack in his bag. Hangs and floats it in.
Yeah, but listen, Murph played good defense.
Yes,
but as we know, great defense better hope. That time, Jared Jack able to get in his bag and shoot that little jump up right there on the baseline.
Here's Murph. Nearly turned it over. Reggie now with 3. And draws the foul.
Okay, so both teams now are in the bonus. So you make this, you start getting it back. This right here is just beautiful basketball. He understands where he wants to get. That's a nice little play.
Reggie Evans gets the free throw. We're tied again at 43.
I love this rule.
But they're in the bonus, so they get the rock again. Here's Murph. Lost it. Got it back. Loses it again.
See, sometimes you just got to pull it back out, reset the offense. That time, Murph doing a little bit too much with the pill, ultimately end up turning it over. A great defense by there.
And Jared Jack draws the foul.
This is smart. Those little subtle moves, those pump fakes, you draw the contact, you hit the foul shot, you get it back. You know, you talked about where Murph, he was just a little ahead of himself, and the minute Jack sees you reach in, he's coming up under your arm.
Well, you know, he was telling the officials that he had the challenge. He still had one, and that's what he was trying to tell him.
So Gary Payton is going to bring the Taco Bell, bring the fire. Jared Jack going one-on-one with Kevin Murphy. How about this? You got both squads standing up.
Oh, yeah.
They know this is for the championship here. Here's Jack. Drive. Oh, what a fake! Oh, my!
You know what I used to tell people? You go for this is classic right here. So you get down, get him up in the air, and say, stay down, the Air Force don't want you. He went flying by.
Remember we just talked about the pump fake?
Yep.
You know, everybody thinks it's obsolete. It's live and well in the Big 3. He brought the fire, he brought the pump fake, he brought everything.
And the lead. Jack turns the corner. The kick out to James White. He drives, pulls, got it. Trilogy now 3 points away from victory.
And how smart was that play by James White, Nancy? He shot an air ball last time he three. That time he churned it down and got himself a better shot 15 feet.
Yeah, that's a veteran who does that when the game's on the line.
Murph, the 3, no. Reggie Evans kicks it right back out. Murph again. Too strong. This time Amir Johnson clears it. They can win it. And you go to your money man, Jared Jack, for the win and the championship. Too strong. Rashard Lewis blocked. With 2 on the shot clock, the jump hook is good. 2-point lead. Jared Jack and Trilogy can win it with a 3. Jack.
You don't want to foul.
Drives. High off the glass, no. Reggie Evans now. Fades. He misses. James White. Jack pulls up. Short.
These guys are exhausted.
Yeah. Here's Murphy. And again, Trilogy with it. And they'll set it up. 1-on-1. Jarrett Jack. And they say it was a kick by Rashard Lewis.
And these guys are tired.
Oh, my gosh, they're exhausted.
But they got to dig a little deeper right here, even through the fatigue, and figure out a way how to finish off this game. Walk away with a championship.
Here's Jarrett Jack. A three will win it. Gets the screen. Crosses over. He's going to pull it. And Rashard Lewis claims the ball. Backs down James White. In the lane. Little jump hook. No. Reggie Evans. The follow. No. Jarrett Jack. The three. Got it! And the win. Trilogy, your 2021 Big 3 champion. It's a duology for Trilogy. Their second Big 3 championship.
Nancy, we talked about other players stepping up. I highlighted James White. But I think it was the play by Amir Johnson in the second half, particularly offensive rebound, keep possessions alive, setting great screens. So, yes, Jarrett Jack made the shot. Isaiah Briscoe had the points. But I think the play by Amir Johnson, just the little things he was able to do in the second half, helped secure a victory for Trilogy.
I agree 100% with you. He had 10 points, 11 rebounds. It was unbelievable, but Jarrett Jack is the man of men tonight.
Jarrett Jack led Trilogy the entire season and leads them to their second Big 3 championship. The presentation of the trophy when we come back.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, inside...
Game changers collide, baby.
Trilogy beats the three-headed monsters 50-45. They win their second Big 3 championship. For the presentation of the Julius Erving Championship Trophy, let's go to John Sally at center court.
All right, here we go, Ice Cube. Congratulations, season 4 successful, great win, and we got the commissioner here, Clyde, the Glide Drexler, to promote the Dr. Dre Trophy.
Let me tell you something, Sally.
Yeah.
The best looking trophy in all of sports, the Big 3, Dr. J, Julius Erving Championship Trophy to Team Trilogy for a hard-fought victory. Here you go, guys.
I'm coming to get it. I'm coming to get it.
All right, hey, Jarrett Jack, you smiling? I saw you crying a few seconds ago.
A little bit.
A little bit of cry?
Get a little emotional. Man, to be honest, man, this is crazy. My first time hitting the game winner in front of my son, so I'm happy for him to be part of it. You know what I'm saying? Our coach stuck with us through and through every week. We had a hell of a group, man. I just want to shout out these guys, our teammates. And I'm going to say it like this, man. Kevin Murphy is a hell of a player. I don't know what they're doing overseas in the NBA, man. Somebody get that boy a job. A high-paying one, too.
Right. He got a job right here in the Big Three. Steven.
Hey, man, shout out to Cube, shout out to Jeff, shout out to the whole Big Three League. Shout out to everybody here in the Bahamas. Thank y'all for coming out. Hey, Big Three, this was our best year by far. And it goes a lot to everybody that came out and support us. Next year is going to be even greater, but we appreciate our support. Thank you, Cube. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks, everybody involved, man. We appreciate it.
Everybody got it. All right. Where is he? What? Did I see you shoot an air ball just to get us nervous?
That slipped out my hand. Don't let that worry you.
That was the air ball. It was so bad. Steven looked at me.
Hey, look though. I got 2 of them things, so I'm not even tripping.
Okay, Q, this was successful. We're here in the beautiful Bahamas. You did an unbelievable job. Look at this.
Man, it's amazing. Thank you to the Bahamas, the Atlantis, Paradise Island. Thank you to everybody in the Big Three. Jeff Quantinus, this man right here, Chris Hannon. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations to Trilogy. Hey, 2-time champions. Thank you. CBS, thank you so much.
You gotta back up, bro.
Yes.
Said meet us at the Dragon, huh?
Meet us at the Dragon.
All right. Steve, you holding on real tight. I think you wore that just to match it.
Well, one thing about it, I'm the first coach to play and coach in the Big Three championship, but I'm glad I was able to win one. Hey, shout out to my team. I got a great group of guys, a great group of professionals. Shout out to Gary Payton and the Three-Headed Monsters, a great team, but I knew when I did the draft that I wanted some professionals. I wanted guys that wanted to play the game and that loved the game, and that showed tonight.
All right, so, hey, you played a great... Well, you really supported everyone really well today, and I'm glad it's all a team win. Don't sit around and feel any kind of way about it.
No question. I'm here to be the best team that I could be, and whenever, that's the thing about professional basketball. When you wait on your moment, you get your shot, and I'm just glad we came on top. Shout out to Steven Jackson, shout out Ice Cube, my teammates. We came out on top, and that's all that matters.
All right. Big fella, you had to stay in the whole game.
Man, all glory to God. I just want to thank, the Big Three, the sponsors, the fans, everybody. They treated my family here so well, and cherry on the top, we won the championship, and this just was a blessing being here, man. Glory to God.
All right. Well, that's it from the court. Back to you guys.
All right. John Sally, thank you very much. Hey, shout out to Gary Payton and Three-Headed Monsters. Once again, they get here, come up a little bit short.
But they had momentum, had the lead. But things changed when Isaiah Briscoe came in the game, more dynamic, backcourt, an effort for Trilogy. Again, I say Amir Johnson. His play, I thought, really signified how hard this team really worked, was able to knock it off and win the championship again.
And how about Jarrett Jack? You said, listen, he's going to have to lead this team. Has 29, Nancy, to lead Trilogy.
And look, he did this all season long. He did it to my team. He did it to every team. I'm really proud of the teams that went through this season. It was a heck of a year. Congratulations to Trilogy, but congrats to Q for what he's done for all of us.
Fight through COVID and everything, and then to do it here in the Bahamas, that is just amazing. Congratulations to Trilogy and Steven Jackson, their head coach. Well, for Nancy Lieberman, Jim Jackson, John Sally, and our entire crew, especially Lisa Byington as well. Don't forget, CBS, 846 Films, P&G, back-to-back editions of 48 Hours. I'm Brian Custer. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports in association with the Big Three.
If we don't get to the truth,